Hi, I'm Marcus Freed. Welcome to the Kosher Sutras. So today's theme is freedom, and the theme of the time this part of the year is really looking at how can we experience more freedom in our bodies, in our mind, in our relationships, in pretty much everything we're doing. The Kosher Sutra is Zecher Litziat Mitzrayim, which literally means a memory of leaving Egypt. Now, on a surface level, this actually makes us think about the Hebrew slaves leaving Egypt, getting out of slavery. But on a deeper level, it's something which is relevant to all people. And it makes us think, just as Martin Luther King suggested to the civil rights movement, how we can be held back in various parts of our life and how we can continually remind ourselves we're not slaves, but we are free. The practice of yoga is very much about continually reminding our bodies of the freedom that they can possess. So for example, if we're accustomed to being slouched, we do mountain posture, which gets our shoulders in place and allows us to be upright. Today's posture is camel pose, which allows us to really work with the flexibility of the spine, to get the shoulders back, to lift the chest up, and to get this flexibility which otherwise we may not be accustomed to, particularly in today's world of being hunched over computers for many hours of the day. Wow, it is hot, but it's good. Yoga, according to the early texts, is a counterbalance, a healing for what the ancient yogis called samskara. A samskara is a kind of hurt, a wound, and we all have these wounds within our bodies. Different parts of our bodies will store up different emotions. Some people, for example, when they're doing a forward bend, may experience a sense of sadness, or other people may experience a form of anger in a certain posture. And there's this idea of emotions being jammed up within the body. But in every asana, in every pose, we try and take the body back to scratch, to reset it, to zecher, to remind ourselves of what we can be and the freedom that we can experience within our body. So we're going to practice today's camel pose, and as we do, we'll think about the deeper issue. So begin in mountain pose, with both of your feet together. Inhale, bring your hands upwards, and exhale, folding forwards. Take a very deep breath here, try and lengthen your back as much as you can. Jump or walk back to plank. Straighten your body out here. Slowly lower yourself down, come through and up to cobra. And exhale, bring yourself back to downward facing dog. Now at this point we're going to prepare for our camel pose, and there'll be a number of different levels. So if you just gradually bring your knees down to the ground in your own time. There we go. Knees down to the ground. So this is your beginner level. Inhaling, bring yourself upwards. Place the back of your hands down on your sacrum, lifting your sternum up and allowing the front of your thighs to open, then gradually dropping the head back. A second intermediate option is taking your hands on the ends of your heels. Again, getting this arch in the back. This is Ustrasana camel pose. It's a back bend. And then the advanced level is with your feet flat on the ground, placing your palms of your hands on the soles of your feet. Again, continuing to get your hips forward, shoulders backwards in this deep back bend. And then you can counterpose with an extended child posture with your buttocks on your heels, forehead on the ground, hands facing forwards. Take as long as you need to in this. Then bring yourself back to downward facing dog posture, lengthening the back of the leg, the hamstrings, the shoulders, rolling the insides of the shoulders outwards. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale, followed by an exhale, bending your knees, jumping forwards, folding forwards, bringing your head down towards your knees. And then inhale, bring your hands out to the sides and up above your head. And exhale, back to mountain pose with your hands by the side. Zecher Litziat Mitzrayim, a remembrance of leaving Egypt. On a deeper level, Mitzrayim, the word for Egypt, breaks down as Meitzarim, from narrow places. So Egypt also refers to a narrow place, those places of restriction. We can think about how are we holding ourselves back, how are we being limited, how are we stopping ourselves from actually achieving our true potential. They say that the worst form of slavery is when you don't even realize that you're a slave, when we forget that things can be better, when we forget that we can achieve more. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, my blessing to you is that you use this combination of yoga with the ancient Hebrew wisdom to experience a form of freedom. Go and experience and achieve your true potential. Shalom va'ahava. See you soon.